Hello! Hi! Kauki here. Season 1 of Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra has just begun, and today I'm going to share 5 things you should know if you want to rank up quickly. These are the fundamental things that helped me to climb up to S rank in Season 0, and I think they can help you do the same in the new season. I'll break it all down step by step so you can take this right into your matches. If you enjoy guys like this, consider liking, subscribing, and now let's jump right in. And the first thing you should know is farming. Farming for EXP is primarily the most essential thing you want to do in this game. I see a lot of players, especially in low ranks, completely ignore it and always try and rush into fights. But that is not how you want to play the game. They may farm a few NPCs here and there, but they never make it their entire focus. You want to constantly stay on top of farming for EXP so that you're always at least a level ahead of your opponents. It's not just about keeping up. Whenever you win a fight or force your opponent to retreat, you can just farm their own NPCs and deny them their own EXP. There are plenty of ways to farm in this game, but if you're the one doing it consistently, you'll notice how much fights become easier because you're always going to be stronger than the enemy. So never underestimate farming because it's what separates low rank players from the ones who actually climb. And now, the second thing you should always know, it's mini bosses. This one seems like an obvious one. However, around the map, you'll find mini bosses like Nappa, 16 here, and Jacko and Ribrianne in the middle, right? Every single one of them gives you a different buff. Nappa gives you rush attack, boost damage, and 16 gives you movement speed buffs, and Ribrianne gives you HP regeneration, and Jacko gives you skill damage. So each one gives you a different buff. Whenever you do take down a mini boss, you also deal damage to the enemy's tower. And if your team gets a trio kill on at least 3 of the mini bosses here, you will spawn a double Zeno on the field that will protect your towers for a good period of time. And also, you can attack the opponent's tower safely. That's why mini bosses are way more important than people realize. Even if it's not in your lane, always consider rotating to the other side so you can help your team secure one. Or have someone cover for you on your tower while you go, because mini bosses can completely swing the momentum on a match. This one is primarily focused for people who play characters that have transformations in this game. Transformations are going to be a very good buff for your characters. However, the mistake I see is players transforming right away, thinking the buff alone will carry them. But here's the thing. Transformation doesn't just make you stronger, they also restore a huge chunk of your HP. At least, I think 50%. That's why the best time to transform isn't at the start of the fight, but it's when you're in a bad spot, when you have low HP. If your health is low, you can just transform mid-battle. So let me just quickly demonstrate. Goku has low HP at the moment. I transform, bang. I have more HP, I get my HP back. Now I can easily make a comeback in the middle of a battle. So it's basically like a second life. So never like blow your transformations early just because you can. Save it for the moment when you really need it, and it'll win you fights that you would have otherwise lost. And now I'm going to be talking about something a lot of people do, overextending. Never overextend. What overextending basically means is it means you're pushing too far or chasing too hard. It's something I see constantly in this game. Players always get greedy for kills and push deep into enemies' towers, or maybe they're trying to get an easy secure here. Never do that. Because you'll probably end up paying the price and dying and losing the momentum you've had. Like, here's the truth here. Forcing an enemy to retreat is already a win. Because now you can just gather their own XP and farm while they heal in tower. You don't have to constantly be on someone's tail to kill them. It's fine. Backing off and farming is just the smarter play here. But if you risk it all and die and give the enemy free XP and momentum, you'll lose your lane completely. So overextending is one of those mistakes that feels small in the moment, but can cost you the entire game. So, just remember, play smart, never greedy, know when to buck off, because you'll start winning way more matches than you think. And finally, the Divine Combo cards. The Divine Combo cards are just essentially powerful items that give you a ton of advantage in battle. And I know a lot of people that usually just never want to learn what these cards do and just have them set to automatic. And, I really don't fault people for doing that because they seem overwhelming at first, but they're really not that hard at all once you just learn the idea of them. So each card here has a unique effect. The effect is going to be at the top, and the activation condition is at the bottom. So for a quick example here, you can see Lightning Swift. It deals additional energy damage to enemies attacked within 2 seconds. And for it to actually activate, you need to use a Vanishing Step. So after Vanishing Stepping, you can deal additional energy damage to the enemies. So keep that in mind. It's very just great to know what these cards do, because they can easily turn a losing battle into a winning one after learning what they do. So just as a brief explanation for these builds that you want to do for maybe damage dealers, for me, I would usually build Super Snowball, maybe into a Solid Barrier and Wicked Warrior. Sometimes I go Pursuer. This is just like my build and what I usually kind of pick. And if I'm playing a tank, I would usually just go build up into Steel Skin and maybe Defense Step. And if you really want to just know what these cards do, I have a full video explaining what these cards do on my channel, so you can watch that video. Or maybe just read on these cards. It's really not that hard. They say what they do. There's nothing complicated here. So, yeah, that's really all you need to know about the Divine Combo cards. Please learn what they do and try using them manually instead of making the system pick them for you, because they're probably not going to pick the best combo for your own character, and you're not going to understand what they actually do, meaning the benefit you should be getting from them is probably not going to be utilized to the fullest extent. So yeah, that's all I have to say for the Divine Combo cards. And that right there will wrap up my 5 things you should know to help you climb in Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra. Season 1 is just starting, so this is the perfect time to learn all of these things. Obviously, these things takes time, especially if you're new to a MOBA. So if you find this guide helpful in any way, maybe consider dropping a like, leaving a comment, or subscribing for more content like this, because it really helps out the channel and it lets me know you want more guides. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.